This is a Fox News alert. Breaking news from the AP tonight. Vice President Kamala Harris now has the support of a majority of Democratic delegates to become the party's nominee. We'll continue to monitor this breaking story. Also today on The View, Whoopi Goldberg went off on Democrats for pushing Biden out of the race. And then the co-hosts, rushed to coronate Kamala Harris as the second coming. Take a look.
I anticipate that every Democrat who was kvetching is going to stand behind her. I am trusting that we're not going to have a problem here because this is what everybody said they wanted to happen. Mr. Manchin, don't even think about it.
Sit down. Take a seat.
Sit down. We don't want you.
Actually, more moderate than you think. You know, one thing that I noticed about Kamala is that she is a former prosecutor. So now you have a former prosecutor versus a convicted felon. That's something that I like. I like that. Mark my words, she is tough on crime. She's a law enforcement.
We've got one job to do. We have got to beat Donald Trump and elect the first woman president of the United States. Under no circumstance can we allow the historical opportunity to slip through our fingers again. Today, I'm elated, I'm excited, I'm optimistic, I'm ready to go to work.
All right, here with reaction, former colleague, broadcaster, New York Times bestselling author, and former co-host of The View. We welcome back Elisabeth Hasselbeck. Elisabeth, how have you been? I imagine you probably still have PTSD from dealing with that show. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Sean, you know me well. First of all, thank you and your team for having me on the program this evening. I'm so glad to be with you and your viewers, and glad I'm not with The View right now. If you could take my pulse, it is nearly through this studio. That was not surprising to see by any means, because I know that table really well. And I want to commend you first, if I may, for reminding your viewers continuously since the 10-day-ago near assassination attempt on former President Trump, because the mainstream media is in manipulation mode right now. They don't want us talking about that. That's why the timing of this announcement, the text breakup from the election, and proceedings going forward with Joe Biden, that's why this announcement came right now. They don't want us talking about what happened. They don't want us talking about a resilient man who faced a near assassination and stood up with resiliency. They certainly didn't want us talking about the hearings today. They certainly didn't want us talking about security failings. So what do? A text breakup and a switcheroo, and here we are today. And The View is, of course, doing what The View does best. They're going to pump the girl candidate no matter what, when all of a sudden gender matters to them. I look at Anna's comment, Sean, and I'm thinking this is a woman who supports a party that has been all about gender fluidity, and now we're supposed to believe that gender is a pillar for our voting reasoning? You've got to be kidding me. This is a party that wants it both ways, and they believe they can have it both ways in every category of life, and the answer is no, you can't.
You know what was the hardest part when I would watch you on that show before you came over to Fox, which I thought was a great move on your part? I just sat there frustrated. I mean, Whoopi Goldberg literally said that if Joe pooped his pants, she would still vote for him. And if you tried to speak, I mean, it was like, you know, they would descend on you and just try to shut you down. And I would find that untenable. I think anybody would.
You know, those were a 10-year period of time. Those are 10 years that I'm thankful for. God was really good to me. I think he carried me through with some great friends like you and colleagues that came to be. I was proud to sit at that table. I really asked God to help me each day because I oftentimes didn't have kind thoughts about my colleagues there and co-hosts. But I will say, Whoopi Goldberg, number one, she and I are friends to this day. We actually have the ability to have civil discourse and hold our politics in one hand and each other with the other hand. Occasionally, we probably want to give each other a little pinch. Like today, for example, when she's talking about just blindly having Kamala, that men need to stand behind Kamala because she's female. I think we need to assess not only age, not gender. How about we look at aptitude and acuity, which is why we're in this situation to begin with. It's sad to me that they're trying to reduce the decision-making power of the female viewer's mind that's watching them by saying, hey, just because she's female and a girl, again, we're talking gender fluidity table here, that we should be voting for her, that we should be excited about her. We're not. I think that the Democratic Party is in disarray right now. It's disappointing that even Joy today or yesterday put on X that that Christians need to be rereading the Bible.
Yeah, you know, I've always gotten along with Whoopi Goldberg. Just, her politics are nuts, but we always had a good personal relationship. Can't say the same thing about Joyless. Didn't have the best relationship with Rosie when she was there. That I think was the last time I was on. Do you miss TV? Do you miss being on every day?
I'll tell you what, when things like this happen, Joy, when I see Joy put out a tweet saying, hey, Christians need to go back and reread Proverbs 17:22 and stop making fun of Kamala's laugh, I think we need to reassess, hey, it's not her laugh that's the problem. It's the fact that her policies and her record is the problem. Well, I do miss TV. I love being here with you and a good friend. And I think it's a time for Americans to share their voice in a way that they feel confident in doing so.
We're out of time. You're welcome anytime you want. Elizabeth, great to see you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.